Who sent this PFF clip?
I did.
Wow.
Oh, Billy.
I can't believe you.
How fascinating. How convenient for a website that you absolutely trash.
I still hate them.
And go after, but you're like, oh, let's go ahead and pull this clip from a guy that no one's ever heard of. But what is it? Alec, can you read what this says on the cut sheet that you put together this morning? What does that say, number 13?
Says why he'd still take Dak Prescott over Jalen Hurts.
Oh,
wow. It's
wow.
amazing
Wonderful.
that Bobby found that.
It is amazing.
It was on Reddit, thank you. That's the only way that I saw it, and I grabbed it. You know why?
Wow, man, amazing.
We are in the desert. It's July 21st.
Oh.
It's the desert. It feels like the desert. And I was just, here's some people talking about Cowboys, and we can discuss it. I wasn't saying that this is gospel, but it's an interesting point.
What's
That's
this
all.
guy's name?
Brad Spielberger.
Brad Spielberger, PFF.
Follows me on Twitter. I don't follow him back, though, because he works for PFF.
Wow.
Oh, why he'd still take Dak over Hurts.
I mean, I just think one of the better processors and just his pocket presence right now, like can work through his progressions. Like I think is an underrated, just like manager of a football game, and not using that in a negative way, like in a positive way. Like I think he really sees it a lot. And for whatever reason, there was this narrative early Dak, like the supporting cast is why he's so good. He can't do it without him. And not to take away from Jalen Hurts, they had the best offensive line in football last year. And had AJ Brown, Devon. And Dallas Goedert and Miles Sanders. Like, it's like, I don't really know why he didn't get the same kind of early narrative. And then, he led the league in interceptions. Cool. Stafford led the league in interceptions. They won the Super Bowl. Like, who gives his interception rate over the last, his body of work is like lowest 10 in the NFL. Like, the guy.
God, here he is.
I
always say this. I always say this.
Yeah, and we do turnover-worthy play rate, which is like, dropped interceptions, stuff like that. We would count as a turnover-worthy play. He's way low on that list.
Ball king.
Yeah, no, Dakota does not get enough respect. And I think, dude, you get a healthy Michael Gallup, Ed and Brandon Cooks. Like, I'm higher on them this year. Like, I think they're a legit contender this year.
So I've always told you guys how much I love PFF.
You have no shame.
No shame.
No. Here's the thing that I wanted to. I don't care about his little how we grade turnover worthy play. I don't care about their dumb little analytics or how he says
but you care when he has an opinion that supports your narrative.
No. I like that there was something that he said there that I don't think we've talked about enough. I don't think I've mentioned it very often, but I do think it's interesting that this idea of Dak is carried by his supporting cast, and that was the conversation about him this entire time. How come that wasn't more of a discussion with Jalen Hurts?
Because he's been in the league for 2 years. That's why. Dak Prescott has had this amount of help around him forever since he came into the league on this team, and Jalen Hurts had this amount of help for 1 season. They went and got AJ Brown.
And they went to a Super Bowl.
So it's not the same, and he capitalized with it. It's not the same thing.
They have the 2 of the top 5 tackles. They had the running game. They had the receivers.
Okay, but then again, so did Dak.
They have but what I'm saying exactly. So did Dak. But what I'm saying is that
Because
same point
Dak
that he's making.
has
Why is that something that has been a common thing to throw at Dak and
because the
ding Dak
Cowboys
for?
haven't gone anywhere.
Yeah,
and the
why.
Philadelphia Eagles just went to the championship game and had a 90% chance of winning it.
Now,
they got a better coach.
Is hang on? Is it flimsy a little bit? Right? Like is it?
I was doing the Sirianni.
Yeah, I know.
The fact that yes, okay. The fact that they did go to the Super Bowl helps. Is that a great? Does it matter? Yes, of course it matters. They went to the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
but could Dak have easily gone to the Super Bowl in 2016? Sure. Easily could have gone. Easily could have gone that year. They could have gone to the Super Bowl.
Well, they didn't even get to the.
No, I know, but they almost won that Green Bay game. They're going to host the next game. They could have easily gone to the Super Bowl.
Okay.
Like a few things break their way, they go. But the Eagles didn't. I mean, the Eagles crushed everybody last season. Like that's the difference.
Yeah, I mean
they crushed them.
They crushed them in large part because in such a way, in a context that the NFL had to create a brand new rule for how you add quarterbacks to your roster because they got into a playoff game and went, holy crap, we're having Gerard Johnson throw.
Well,
Okay, but that's part of it.
But I'm saying
yeah.
that no. But what I'm saying is
he capitalized on his opportunity,
and he had one of the best Super Bowl performances ever.
okay, Sean Kelsey. Enough with that. That was Jason Kelsey's
hang on a
claim.
second.
Remember?
He was tremendous in that game.
Or wait, you were not here for that, I don't think. Now that I remember that. Jason Kelsey made this claim, and we've already gone line by line why he's not even like a top 20 performance in Super Bowl history after Jason Kelsey said it was the best performance ever.
Okay.
You went and did a Shakira list for the 20 Super Bowl performances from quarterbacks that were better?
we did not do that. But there was articles written about the best Super Bowl performances in a losing effort, and I thought he was number 1.
Congrats, he's the greatest loser.
You're impossible.
You know, Matt Ryan had a great Super Bowl. Like, he had one of the probably the 10 or 15. I thought his actually Super Bowl was probably better than Hurts's or as good. But they were both great. They're both like top 20, literally all time.
You know who
performances.
who I really hope we get in Oxnard is Micah, because Micah is just Mr. Will Say Anything. And I want to be able to say to him, I'm going to be like, hey, Jalen Hurts is a fluke, right?
I didn't think I'd be able to find anyone that was as stubborn or more unwilling to move off a point than Choppy, but he is like, I mean, you and him are worlds apart. I mean, he has come along so far, and you are as bad as it could get.
15 carries for 70 yards in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
27 of 38 for 304.
And how many total touchdowns?
4.
We went through this, though, already. It doesn't measure up. It sounds great in a vacuum. When you look at other historical performances, it's not anywhere in the top 10. It's not. I'm saying it's
Look how
not.
pathetic your arguments are.
It's not.
I watched the game. I don't care what you say.
Well, I watch more football than
It was
you.
a fantastic performance. So there it is. Bobby conveniently finding PFF. I think Broadus has such a respect that we get into these Dak wars because he's legitimately scared of having Dak Prescott conversations now. He's legitimately worried about it. Now, I don't think he'd mind me saying it. We were talking about it on the phone the other day. Yesterday, I referenced the Dak Hive, but he's on edge and he's on high alert when number 4 comes up. Isn't he? Do you talk about it on the Love of the Star with him about this?
Yeah, that's what started the Dak Hive last time, was something he said on Love of the Star.
It was this.
Somebody
he said it's in Dak's and the headline. You know, I don't even want to. I don't want to get him mad that we bring it back up. I can explain it clearly, but people won't comprehend it like that. He said it's in Dak's DNA to throw interceptions. That as a headline sounds hateful. What he was trying to say is he's so trustworthy that he's going to rely on receivers over and over and over again to be in the right spots, and he's not going to be gun shy. He's too trustworthy in trusting the receivers, and that's where we're talking about these communication issues. But he got lost with it's in his DNA to throw picks. But he's on edge about it. I told him, we don't care. We don't care. We're gonna go at it nonstop.
I think that was the last time we did a very heavy Dak segment on the podcast. Was not that, but the very following episode where he spent 10 minutes explaining to everybody who had screamed at him on Twitter what he meant.
So there it is, a little inside the Star on your home of America's team. We're going to be in Oxnard starting Tuesday night. First show Wednesday morning from the tennis courts right outside of where the players sleep.
Yeah.